Hey, Dave Canigliaro, author of Keeping Your Customers Addicted to You, and my next project that I'm working on in the real estate market is how to get it in the top 5, top 2, and top 1% of all real estate agents. You know, it's a little easier now because it's a seller's market. Before it was a buyer's market, so you really had to work. You know, one of the things that real estate is a numbers game, a complete numbers game. But today I want to talk to you about goals, getting strategic and tactical when it comes to making your goals. See, a lot of people are way too vague when it comes to strategizing with their tactics for goal setting. Like, for example, let's say you want to lose weight, you want to diet, you want to exercise. You go up to people that for years they've been yo-yoing. You know, people like this, for years and years, they talk about they're going to lose weight. Oh, I need to lose 20 pounds. I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to lose 50 pounds. And then you ask them, well, what are you going to do? And they say, well, my problem is I just need to get focused. Okay, what does that mean? What do you mean by focused? Well, what I mean is I just really need to concentrate. Okay, again, that's like you're exchanging a word here for a synonymous word. I mean, what do you mean by concentrate? And they say, well, you know, I just need to get intentional, you know. And, you know, they start using this kind of language, but they're way too general, way too general. The problem here is, guys, you need to burn and change the story that you keep telling yourself over and over and over again, right? Like, well, you know, I'm not successful because my parents weren't successful. And, I never had the same opportunities as this person and that person, so that's really held me back. You know, a lot of people play the blame game. They always blame other people for their lot in life, okay? But your lot is what you make it. Your lot is absolutely what you make it. Now let's talk about money for a second. Let's say you got a money goal, like in my case. Let's use real estate, okay? Let's say you want to make $5 million this year. $5 million in the next 12 months. Let's say you got a goal like that. Now, how many people would you have to call? How big would that pipeline have to be of clients and prospects would you need in order to have $5 million come in over the next 12 months? I talk about keeping your pipeline full. Let's say you're closing at a very small percentage rate, okay? Let's say you're only closing at about 5% of the people that you talk to on the phone, okay? Now, how many people would you have to call upon in order to get $5 million based upon those averages? Now, that'll start to give you an idea about what you'll have to do. Let's say if it's 8,000 phone calls over the next 12 months that's really keeping you from that $5 million goal. Now you know what you got to do. But the other thing you have to do is you want that percentage to be higher. You don't want to just close at 5%. Maybe you can close at 10% or 15%. Now all of a sudden you don't have to call 8,000 people in order to reach that $5 million goal, okay? So I'm talking about getting very specific. Also, how many people would you have to talk to in an hour every single day? Like, for example, I know a guy that only works from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 hours a day, and he just grinds it on the phone. I mean, he is just grinding it out on the phone. 4 hours, okay, 4 hours. 4 hours is the amount of time that he's putting in. Now, how many people is he contacting? He's contacting about 35 to 40 people per hour, okay? So that'll give you an idea. Now, listen, I don't know what it is for you. I know what it is for us. Between my administrative assistant and myself, we've said this on other videos, we call anywhere from 250 people a day, 260, 270, somewhere around in there. Sometimes we get to 300 people a day, okay? I know what it is for us. I don't know what it is for you. But guys, you gotta get very intentional. You gotta get very practical. You gotta get very specific, and you gotta keep that pipeline full. Okay, because the truth is your net worth is determined and predetermined by your net work. So keep it full.